never heard that.
I know.
Phrase like that.
I just tossed out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Dating Diaries with Raquel and Britknee. What up, ladies?
What up?
Soap.
She says soap.
Sup?
Thanks for letting me join you for part 2.
Yeah.
This is great.
Thanks for
So
being
we are going to
here.
conclude. Possibly it might go into a third part. We don't know. It all depends on how Britknee, breaks this down for us, people.
Okay. So we left off with pancakes, and we were trying to Google if pancakes really means eating the butt. But have you found anything?
No, I'm looking.
So if you take
I'm
a shit, is that
looking.
syrup?
Yeah.
No.
Is that
That's chocolate chip pancakes.
Oh my gosh. So
Unless you have corn, then it's panqueques aztecas.
to our listeners, we were talking about this wonderful date, 2 dates that I had with this guy that I really was into, and he cut me off, right? So the last text we had, and this is where the downfall happened, was he was asking me about breakfast, and then I told him I was a little hungry, and he's like, he said he was eating pancakes, and then he goes, and then I said, oh, that sounds like a good breakfast, and then he's like, something about, I don't even remember what he said. Something about, I want to eat your pancakes, and it turned out to be something sexual, but I guess it kind of, I didn't know what it meant.
Oh, yeah. That was
And
totally going on
so
in my head.
when I asked him, he pretty much said, have you ever gotten your butt eaten out, whatever? And I was like, so here's where I guess the miscommunication happened. I mean, a lot of things could have happened. So I text and said, no. I said, no. And then he goes, would you like to have...
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Pause.
Okay. So, then he's like, he kept talking about...
That was the red flag alert.
Yeah,
That was
red
a
flag
giant
alert. Like,
red flag alert. Yeah, sorry.
So then
The alerter went off.
he continued to talk about eating my butt, and I just kind of got uncomfortable with it. So I don't know. It made me feel, I don't know how to say it, but I felt objectified. I felt gross. It just didn't sit well.
Okay.
And so like my inner self was like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to. It doesn't feel comfortable. So I just said, hey, let's switch the topic. So I text him and I say, hey, let's switch the topic. And then he continued to talk nasty. And then he's like...
Wait, was he still like possibly previously intoxicated from the night before?
He didn't go out the day before. He stayed home because he didn't end up going out.
Did he home drink? I mean,
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Sounds like he might have been on one on a bender.
Was he thinking this was funny, or was he thinking he was trying to be?
We don't know.
Naughty with you.
What did he text after that?
He
that was
put
gross.
LOL, like at the end of his messages. So I'm assuming he was thinking he was funny. But then I was just like grossed out by it. So my text was, can we change the topic? And then his next message was, what? You don't like booty hole action? You don't want my tongue up your butthole? And then I said, okay. I just put okay. Like, why are we still talking about it after I've already asked? Let's change the topic. And so then I just said okay. And then he goes, what happened? And I said, you know what? Let's just chat later. I said, let's just chat later. So this was me kind of trying to regulate because I was upset because I said stop talking about it, and you continued, and that really upset me because it's like you didn't listen to what I said. You kind of just did what you wanted. So I didn't want to continue having a conversation. And so when he said what happened, I just said, let's chat later. And my plan was, is have a conversation with him and talk about what happened. Like, hey, like I understand you have some sexual chemistry going on, and you have some it sounds like you're a very sexual guy, and I'm all for it, but at this time I just didn't feel comfortable. I just don't feel like we're there yet. We haven't even got we haven't even had sex. So it's like, where are we talking about it yet? But I didn't say that to him. I just said, let's talk about it, because I was going to have a discussion like, hey, this made me uncomfortable.
Wait. I gotta ask the question. In our previous episode, you said you went
shirtless on date 1. Yeah, you're going there.
Okay,
Go ahead.
yeah, I am. So you had an interaction where he showed you his package.
Yes.
What makes you think that would not allude to sexual talk?
Okay, I understand where you're coming from, but
Okay.
when a woman tells you, let's change the topic, are you going to continue that?
Yeah, probably no.
No, I'm asking you, would you do that? She's asking you very clearly to change the topic.
Is that exactly what you wrote on the text?
I said, let's change the topic. Where else would you go, and why would you continue that?
I think at that
Just because I showed you my breast, and just because I saw your package, and I made it clear afterwards that that's not what I'm looking for, because I had talked to him about that.
Okay.
No, because you want to bring that up. I understand.
No, I'm just it's a question.
But listen.
Okay.
Yes, I understand that those were mixed signals.
Okay.
I totally understand that.
Okay.
But I cleared those signals with him afterwards, and I said,
Okay.
hey, I was drinking a lot. This is not what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I said, I do want to get to know you as a person. I want something meaningful. I'm looking for a true connection.
Okay.
And yes, what happened. I said, but that's not what I'm looking for. And if that's what you're looking for, I respect that. That was prior to him talking about booty holes. Okay, this was prior to our even going for a brunch date.
So
Listen, because you bring that up, but you need to listen to the whole story.
I understand.
So this was prior to, I made that clear prior to going to that brunch date. So he had already known where I was standing.
Okay.
So it wasn't like I showed you my titties and I saw your package and then all of a sudden I'm telling you, no, I made it clear, because yes, I did fuck up. I'll take that accountability. I fucked up. But I made it clear that's not what I wanted. Okay. And then on top of that, I had told him change the topic, and he continued.
That's what I'm just trying to get to that point.
That's where I'm like, why are you bringing that up?
So when you texted.
I said change the topic.
Okay. Did you put an exclamation point, dots?
Why does an exclamation and a dot matter?
Well, because it kind of sets the tone on where you're coming from.
So what does change the topic mean to you without an exclamation mark or a period? What does that mean to you then?
Oh, I think it's communicating that person doesn't want to continue that topic of conversation.
Because how can an exclamation period make any difference?
Well, it kind of sets a tone, so you can where it
change
gives
the topic exclamation point.
Yeah, I mean,
well, now she's serious.
Okay,
well, no, I'm saying
change the topic. Period.
Well, hold on, let me.
Okay.
I'm just trying to, because the tone that you get when you're talking to somebody on text versus a phone call, you can make an adjustment. Like if
But how can the words change the topic mean anything else?
No, I'm not saying.
How does that mean talk about the butthole? Continue talking about the butthole. Like, how does that mean that?
You know what I think, though? When you're still learning each other, your change the topic means like, motherfucker, I'm serious. Change the topic. I'm not talking about this anymore. And he may have thought change the topic meant
You were being playful.
Like, no, maybe she wants to talk about front action or something. Like she wants to talk about a different sexual position. Like he's just dense.
But I think he knew what he did, because why would he follow up with what happened? And then after that,
I think his question was, what happened? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, he probably saw the whole thing going one way. And then I guess that...
When you were dating Savannah, I'm assuming you talked about buttholes or sexual comments after the second date?
We've never had that conversation. We still haven't had that conversation.
So why does that make it okay for me to get that
conversation? I'm not saying it's okay, but I think he had a...
No, I'm detecting lies. I definitely were like, hey, into that back door.
You're like, let's talk about it right now.
Yeah, I definitely recall you being like, nah.
No. When he asked what happened, I said, yeah, well, let's chat later. And his response was, this is where he kind of just said, F this. He goes, if you don't have a sense of humor, then it's best that we don't talk at all. And so I said...
Oh, and that was literally like it?
That was it. That was it.
That was a quick
So if I didn't have a sense of humor, then it was best that we don't talk at all.
You did yourself a favor and got rid of this jackass. You did, because if he couldn't be a man
and change the topic,
and or call you and said respected you enough and say, hey, Okay, fine. Right now we're both heated. I'm hearing it one way, you're seeing it another way. Let's just walk away from this for an hour or two, and then let's call each other. But because he got hot-headed, and you got upset, and this was an opportunity for him to be like, okay, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I will call you later, and then go from there. But he saw it as, oh, well, you're not, I'm just fucking with you and ha ha ha, and you can't take it. So then why are you with me? Because whatever. So yeah, I think, he's a jackass, and I think you did yourself a favor. I know he checked off a lot of a lot of boxes or packages.
A lot of packages.
But you know what?
No pun intended.
But if he can't just be able to work out your very first argument, how are you even going to get to the next bigger fight or something even less than that? How is he going to react? Well, because it sounds like on the low, he has an explosive.
That's what I was thinking too. That he has an explosive.
It did sound a little temper tantrum.
Anger management kind of.
Yeah, he has an explosive, temper tantrum.
Like he wants it his way.
Yeah, that's his character. Where it sounded like in the beginning, and I think he went from representative to himself right away instead of remaining representative until he really truly got to know you and you got to know him, which he did you the favor. Like I said, I think that's part of his character.
I feel like there's only one way we can find out. We have to call him right now. Let's get him on the phone.
Let's call Mr. Cocky.
Lord Jesus.
I say we should call him right now. Want to try?
You know what? This is up to Britknee.
You cannot
Brittany,
do
can
that
we
to
call?
people.
No.
Okay. Like, hey, we're patching you into the podcast.
Like, they'll be so awkward. So what really went down?
What was going through your mind?
Maybe you're right. Maybe he was just like, like you said, I gave him mixed signals, and he's like, "What the fuck happened here?" But I guess what bothered me the most is that it never crossed my mind to shut him off. It just meant that let me have a conversation later about this. I can't have it right now because I'm upset. And when I'm upset, I don't say the right things.
Right.
And so I was like, let me just cool down and I'll talk to him about it. But he was so quick to just jump out of it. Like,
well,
I was like,
I said, he has
okay.
an explosive character.
No, I think it's just that people, especially when you're dating now, it's like they view you as expendable. It's like, oh, you don't have a sense of humor. Bye. It's just like, oh, okay,
which I find that interesting.
We can't work around this challenge,
I mean, it's not
I find that a lot.
Because how do you go from, oh, I love you, you're everything, you make me smile so hard, to...
He didn't say I love you, but...
Well, okay, well, you make me feel the greatest. And how can you go from that
to bite
to like, well, fuck you if you can't take a joke?
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like shocked. It's like, how do you go from yes to that to, you know what, you're not even, if you can't take a joke, then it's not even worth us talking. I'm like, wow, you could go like that quick to, like, that little thing is what that did it for you?
You're right. I think it's giving maybe, oh God, I don't want to say narcissist because everybody's like, oh, you're a narcissist. But it's giving definitely like you have some emotional, deeper issues there.
Yeah,
wait, I want to hear.
One of the things that my brother had mentioned, because he had asked me about it, and I was like, okay, I could see that. He goes very bluntly, he's like, he just wasn't that interested in you. Oh. And I was like, well, why did he sound like it? Because he was trying to get you in bed. He's
probably right.
He's like, because look, if he really liked you and you set that boundary, no matter what you did, if he really liked you, he would have been like, oh shit, I don't want to mess it up with her because I really like her, and he would have just said, I'm sorry, you know what, we'll talk about it on another time when you're more comfortable about it. He goes, the reality is that he realized that, one, you were not sexually available to him, and he realized that no matter how many dates he takes, you were not going to give in, because you did not, once you realized that that's not what you wanted and you made it clear, he was trying to test the boundaries, and he realized that you weren't budging. And so at that point, he goes, this ain't worth it because this is what I want and she ain't giving it. And so he goes, it wasn't about your sense of humor. He goes, he pretty much, he was saying, it's not about your sense of humor, because no guy that likes a woman is going to be sexually joking around with them unless they want access to their body. And he wanted access to your shit. And he's like, and you obviously weren't giving it. right away. And I was like, well, I told my brother, well, this is what happened. And he's like, nah, even then though, like if he really liked you, he would have apologized. But the fact that he let you go that quick is he just wasn't that interested in you.
You know, he might be onto something there.
Yeah. So it was just, he was like, and then I said, but rejection sucks. Like, I felt bad. Like,
but he led me on so well. He did such a good job. Damn you.
And then my brother he's like, well, think about it this way. It was a booty licker. You really want to end up with a booty licker?
Well, I gotta ask a question.
You're like, I already tongued him down. It's
like, no, thank you. He's like, how many booties has he not licked? And you kiss those lips. I was like, you're right. He's like, I mean,
did you feel shitty?
Oh man.
You know what? Afterwards, I did. I mean, regardless, like,
did you gargle some scope and be like, whoa?
It's too late for that. It's too late for the peroxide gargle.
Wait, just for the record, he wanted you to lick him, or
no, he wanted to lick me.
He wanted to lick you.
I don't know. I think bro is onto something though. Like he just wanted to.
Yeah, and so that's really what my brother said. He goes,
get down to business. He's like, all right, it's been 2 days.
He's like, if you would have slept with him on the first night, I think the outcome would have not been any different.
You're right.
Like, the outcome was this because you pushed back, and the outcome, if you would have slept with him on the first night, he goes, it would have been the same outcome. He probably would have not texted you the next day.
Well, then I'm glad that you didn't sleep with him.
Exactly. My brother, my brother goes, I should teach you a lesson. I was like, what is it? Never be looking at their package. You hear me? I was like, fine. I just wanted to see if it was true. He's like, well, lesson learned. He's like, don't look.
Wow.
Don't look if you don't want nothing else.
Yeah,
I was like, dang.
You can't go to a dealership and test drive the car and be like, nah.
No, actually, you can.
I was like, what are you talking about?
That is completely a thing.
That's not a thing.
Yes, you test drive a car, and then if you don't want it, then you can bring it back.
Right. You
just can't
buy
just
it
take
and then
it
return it
and
back.
not buy it.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, taking it without buying it.
Oh,
Wait,
that's what
what?
you meant? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
Wait, Raquel has this look. I want you to explain what you're thinking right now. She has this look all of a sudden. I'm like,
that
what
you
the
reduced women to cars.
I'm
I
out
don't
of
know.
coffee. That's not the look.
hell?
No, I'm just listening and processing, and I just can't believe, that this happened because Brittney, since day one told me that, that she was very excited about this guy. We sat down and she gave me all the details. I was so excited for her, and he just seemed very genuine.
Dude.
So for him to just like drop her just because, she said no to like the booty licking, I mean, don't make no sense.
It does.
But now that you say about your brother and that the comments that he made, that does make sense. I think that maybe he wasn't as interested, and the first excuse that he got, to just let it go, he did. And
I'm
now
still advocating for the fact that we'll never know unless we call him.
and now I hate him because first I really thought that this guy was going to be something, and now that he showed his true colors, I'm just like, motherfucker, so yeah, I'm
But
pissed.
you know what? The highlight here for me is that she is putting herself out there.
Oh,
Went
that
on
is the yes. I'm
some
sorry.
great dates, had fun, and like that's what dating is, right? Like it's
So,
a pile of rejection.
A pile of rejection. Miss Brittney, I wanted to ask you. I know that it didn't go the way it planned, but we had a conversation about what did you get out of this ordeal.
What I got out of this ordeal was pretty much, I learned something about myself is, I can't set boundaries, and I wasn't really good at it before, but now I feel like, hey, I'm good. I'm getting better at it. Because before I probably would have just went along with this nonsense, even though it didn't make me feel comfortable. But I learned that it's okay to set boundaries, and it's okay if people walk away because you set those. It doesn't say anything about you, but rather that person and where they are in their life. Doesn't mean he's a bad person. It just means he's in a different place than I am. But the exciting part about it is that he made me realize that dating is fun. Dating can be fun. You can
already.
You can match with people and have a really good date, and that hope of finding someone, he brought that back. So, yeah.
So it brought
So there
back
is some
that
positivity
spark.
out of this whole thing.
That hope.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
that hope.
Silver lining.
I love
Silver
that.
lining.
I love that.
So moving forward, don't touch packages. Hope is still
It's
there.
no.
Play with the thumb just to see how that feels.
Yeah. The thumb alone.
Maybe ask them and go from there.
No, I wouldn't even do that right now, man. That can lead to other issues.
I think lead with fun conversations, and then the sexual part will be later once we know if we have that chemistry and connection beyond.
So let me ask you,
the
how many
piece.
dates do you think it would take before you
Get to
get
the
intimate?
center of the lollipop.
Just kidding.
Oh, I love that. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like,
Because I think typically it's about the third or fourth date.
is that right?
50 first dates.
Ah. Well, okay, so I don't know. I haven't thought about that. But I was listening to this. I was looking at this book, right, and it talked about, when a job is you're new to the job.
90 days.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And then the insurance kicks in. Why?
Oh my God.
Why not try that and see what happens?
Okay, so you're gonna wait 90 days?
There's no way.
Because that
Even
could be
me.
like 20 dates by that point.
I don't know. I'm just
I'm the
kidding.
so-called prude, and not even me. I would wait 90 days.
You know what?
It's just something I heard, but I
Okay.
don't have a time frame. It's
Yeah,
just
it's when it feels right, man.
when it feels
'Cause
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I get that feeling, I get sexual healing.
No.
I don't know. I think
No, sir.
that's a good question. I think is once you see that consistency and you get to see you have that chemistry, but there is that consistency and those actions do match their words, and everything is lining up the way they are saying it's lining up. Then I think that is the time where you're like, okay, I have enough data to say this is a good man, and he's consistent, and he is the person he says he is.
And how long does that usually take?
Well, depends. Like, let's say you go out.
That can take a while. That part can take a while.
Depends on how often you're going out. Like, what
Yeah.
if you're going
Yeah,
out 3
that's
times
true.
a week? You'll have more data
Let's
quicker
say
than once a
typically
week.
it's like once a week, going out, talking on the phone a couple times out of the week.
Honestly, I would say 3 months is when you
3
really get to
months?
know someone.
I say it's 6 months because the representative
6
starts going.
months?
I'm not talking about the sex part. I'm talking about the actual person coming out.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
I
so you want to have sex with the representative?
no, well that's what you are.
Because you
having
said
sex
6
with
months
me.
till the actual person comes
Yeah,
out.
because you're still getting to you're still putting your best foot forward in the
Yeah.
first couple months, on the first couple of days, especially if you're interested in the good stuff.
6 months.
No, I'm just saying because you're gonna start seeing little things happening here and there all of a sudden.
Well, research says that you can only hold up a facade for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Really?
It's going to crack way before then.
It cracks. You start seeing cracks within that time
Oh.
frame.
And the true
So
side
you're
goes
right about
crack
the 90
faster,
days,
which is
yeah.
why I'm glad this guy's a goner.
They say
know.
3. They say 3 months. Like even within those 3 months, you start seeing little cracks. But
Now, if you choose to see
you
them,
have those rose glasses on
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're high
Yeah.
off of that chemistry that you don't really see it.
And you start
But after
overlooking
those
it.
3 months of honeymoon phases, and then your ability to
he said he won't beat me no more. I know he won't.
Oh wow!
he said it was the last time.
Yeah.
He promised.
Well, you know what? I mean, yeah. I don't know what to say about that.
Well, I'm glad he cracked early.
He cracked early. He cracked. He couldn't hold up too
Like
long.
an egg ready to be an omelet.
Yeah, no,
my
yeah.
gosh.
It was a quick
That's you
crack. It
sizzling on the
didn't take
pan.
too long. Which he did me the favor, I'm like, all right, well, at least I know now. It didn't take too much time to invest.
So let me ask you this: are you gonna be open to dating just off apps? Or are you gonna start going out? What's the deal?
Oh no, I mean, I'm open to continue dating. I think apps are the easiest way. Apps are the easiest ways to have access to gentlemen. For me, I guess. And so yeah, I think I'll still do the dating apps.
Wherever.
I'll just make sure I use
that.
an exclamation mark and a period
Oh
after
my
all my
God.
conversations. 'Cause
Change the topic. Exclamation.
exclamation point. I was told you have to use a period and exclamation point to make a point.
Sometimes you do. I'm just saying, or maybe at that point when you get to that point, just stop texting and just make the phone call.
Phone calls, yeah. I mean, yeah, I can see
And
that.
say you're not
But
into
you know
lettuce
what?
wraps.
It's pancakes.
Oh, pancakes.
Pancakes.
You're not into pancakes.
Either one, I'll take it.
Fluffy pancakes.
Ask him if he likes
Scraps.
niblets in his pancakes.
Oh, thank God.
Honestly, I talked to I've talked to many guys, and I've never had that. I've never had
He
a.
just made that up then.
I've never heard that.
He made it fit breakfast. He thought
Honestly,
he
I've
was doing
never
something.
even really
Thought it was
had.
being cute.
Yeah.
I never really had guys sexually
Oh.
text me like that either. But
So, like, sometimes guys call, like, like cakes. Maybe he was trying to say, like,
Oh,
pancakes.
like the cake.
He was trying to be funny. That was
Cake in the
his
ocean.
humor.
Well, I missed the joke. Damn it. Oh well, what can you do?
Well, we did find out
You
he
live
wasn't
and
very
learn.
funny, so.
No, he didn't have the sense of humor,
No.
but I thought I had the sense of humor, so I could
Yeah.
carry us both.
Exactly.
So
On
that
the
must have really
humor.
pissed you off when he was like, "You have no sense of humor." What?
You know what?
Are you kidding
I
me?
was
I'm
like-
super
And
funny.
on that note,
Oh, really, dude?
oh, it's happening now.
Not the end.
It's not the end. It's. We'll
It's the
see you later.
beginning.
It's
It's a see you later. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us once again for Dating Diaries with Raquel and Brittnee.
I'm hungry. I want